Hey everybody, welcome to Programming with Banud. This is Banud Iqbali, and in this video I'm gonna talk about lazy loading in JavaScript. In the first part of the video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about lazy loading, and in the second part, I'm gonna show you a demo about lazy loading images. So let's find out what is lazy loading. Lazy loading is a technique or a strategy to identify resources as non-blocking or non-critical and load these non-critical resources when needed. You've probably already seen lazy loading in action, and it goes something like blurred images turning into high quality images in a website or an application. But you might be wondering how useful the technique is and what its benefits are. So why lazy load images or videos instead of just loading them? Well, when you're building a modern web experience, it's important to measure, optimize, and monitor JavaScript performance if you're to get fast and stay fast. Performance plays a significant role in the success of any online venture, as high-performing sites engage and retain users better than poorly performing ones. Another thing to keep in mind with JavaScript is that all bytes are not equal. A 200K script and 200K image have very different costs. Another reason why we should consider lazy loading is that there's another technique called eager loading. While lazy loading delays the initialization of a resource, eager loading initializes or loads a resource as soon as the code is executed. Eager loading may have some issues, so we need to figure out when to use it. Okay, enough talk. Let's see how lazy loading works. And I'm gonna show you a demo about lazy loading images. So let's go. Okay, for this demo, I used the Intersection Observer API. This API handles lazy loading for us, and it's easy to use. You can learn more about it in this article. However, you can use third-party libraries or implementations like Lozad, Lazy Sizes, Vanilla Lazy Load, or if you want to lazy load React components in your React project, you can use React Intersection Observer. It depends on your project. Okay, so what Intersection Observer API does is providing a way to asynchronously observe changes in the intersection of a target element. So basically, all we need to do is creating an intersection observer and targeting an element to be observed. Okay, for this demo, I installed HTTP server to run my HTML file via the localhost. So let me open the terminal. And by running npm start, the application is running on port 8080. Okay, let's see what we got in here. This is the HTML file. Nothing fancy, just bunch of image tags. I got these from Unsplash.com. Let me show you how real quick. So this is Unsplash.com. All we need to do is search for an image. As you can see in here, this site has lazy loading feature. I right click on an image and copy image address and paste it in here. So this is how I got these links. Now here's the interesting part. As you can see in here, this link has some parameters. I think fit, width, and quality. So the reason why I chose Unsplash.com is that not every website or not every URL has these parameters. For instance, if I go to Amazon and inspect some book cover, you see there's no parameter. And if I go to one of the photos in here and inspect that, you see the parameters. Another thing is that, and if you see this link has the width of 10 and this has the width of 600. This is because I wanted to decrease the quality of image, and by that I wanted to implement the lazy load. Okay, let's check out the CSS file. The only thing that matters in here is the width. I set width to 50%. This makes lazy loading more visible. Okay, let's check out the JavaScript code. All I need to do is select all the images by query select all, and then create the intersection observer. And once I've created the observer, I need to give it a target element to watch. And when the target meets the intersection observer, the callback is invoked. And then I replace the width of 10 pixels with 600 pixels, and then the callback receives a list of intersection observer entry objects and the observer. Okay, now it's time to check out the application and see how lazy loading works. Let me go to the localhost port 8080 and it happens really fast. Let me slow it down. I disabled the cache, and with slow 3G we can see better results. as you can see in here, lazy loading is in action, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Thanks for watching.